office on the 10th floor of Ford Motor Company at World Headquarters. Marisa, Corser, and I. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
Good.
Excellent.
We thought we'd take advantage of our visit here on our way to Memphis and with Amy Howe in Brogan, Memphis, to stop and ask you a few social media questions, and you've graciously accepted.
Little did I know, right?
We really wanted to see fake Scott Monty as well.
Yeah, well, he's here too.
Good. First off, what is it like to be social media or global digital communications director for the Fortune number 7 on the Fortune 10?
I keep pinching myself every day. This is like my dream job. I don't know how I fell into it. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of responsibilities from all over the place. We just took that tour with Alan, and you saw the whole plan divided up amongst 2 separate rooms, right? And social media, as you know, has the ability to touch many organizations within the company. And because we've been so successful out in the public sphere, a lot of people internally are now looking for ways to use it for their business, which we certainly welcome, and we want to make sure we have a well-crafted plan around that. But being the single go-to person for that at times is a little overwhelming.
Good. Well, you're doing an incredible job, hence our visit here.
Thank you.
Tell us just a little bit about your areas of responsibility. We want to know, certainly you don't tweet all day long or post or link or get on YouTube. Break down a typical day would be what for you?
Actually, easiest way for me to represent it is to, this isn't a bad one, but there's an example of the schedule. Lots of meetings. We're informally known as Ford Meeting Company. But there's a reason for that. You know, we want to stay connected with each other and make sure we're all doing what needs to be done. And part of my responsibility, my team's responsibility, is to help support all the pillars of our Drive One campaign: quality, green, safe, and smart.
Good.
And it's also to support all the products that we're rolling out. So the new Focus, the new Fiesta, the new Edge, the new Explorer, the new Taurus, the Flex. I mean, and then just some of the ground level stuff that isn't new vehicle launch, that we just need to be there to handle customer service inquiries or to help start building an infrastructure for the company on how we train on social media. I mean, there's a whole variety of things that go on.
Now, how do you manage to communicate so successfully with so many individuals? I mean, I think you're up to how many followers, at least on Twitter alone, is 40,000 or
something like that. Yeah.
And I'm sure that they all want a piece of you, quote unquote. They want an answer to their question, or they have a complaint about Ford. And how do you handle all those conversations?
Well, luckily, it's not all of them coming down at me at once. You know, you tend to kind of do things one-off. Or, for example, if people come out, you know, when we had our quarterly profits that we stated, a lot of congratulatory wishes coming in. So you figure out a creative way to kind of thank everybody at once rather than to thank everybody individually. Ultimately, though, I think the degree to which you can open up and let people understand what your day is like, what you're experiencing, and then try to get back to them as you can, or let them know that you're really busy, they understand. But we try to respond directly to anybody who has specifically addressed us or asked us a question pointedly.
Good. Now, we have read and have heard, and I'm not sure if you've tweeted, that Ford for 2010 is maybe 25% of their marketing advertising budget is invested in social media. Is that correct?
It's partially correct. 25% of our advertising budget is in digital and social media. Okay. Social media would be a small portion of that 25%, but it's still significant.
Sure. Now, what do you equate a lot of Ford's great news and besides your CEO's amazing turnaround, how much of that can you attribute to social media, at least to the cheerleading section or the...
Well, I don't think any one of the things that we do at Ford you can attribute our success to. Collectively, it's all what's working together. You know, 3 years ago we took out that home improvement loan, and we poured a whole bunch of money into product development, which is where it had to be. Now that our products are up to speed, it's how we tell our story that needs to be consistent with modernizing our product. We need to modernize our communications and our marketing. And everything we do from a communications and marketing perspective, you'll see, is consistent. It's the same tone, it's the same message. You look at our social media and it's about humanizing the company,
Right.
connecting people with people. Then you look at our advertising, we've got 15-second spots where you see real customers
Right.
talking like real people.
Is that the swap
You
on
don't
ride
see
or
our CEO strolling
Right.
around the body shop of the future, right? It's real people that real people can relate to.
Good. Now, do you work closely with the team that does the Ford story and different, marketing aspects of the company?
Yeah, the Ford story is actually a joint effort between communications and marketing. It really kind of signifies this whole One Ford approach, where we came together over Thanksgiving 2008. What a long weekend that was. And we put this site together to address a very specific issue that we had to tackle in the public realm,
Right.
being in Washington. And then over time, we've evolved the site, and we're continuing to evolve the site this year to serve our needs. It's been more news and information driven lately. I think you'll see it's evolving to be more insider access and advocacy driven going forward.
Good.
And that's something that we absolutely have to partner with marketing on to have the fullest effect.